Okay, hello. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. If you hear like noise in the background, it's because I'm watching my baby on my Owlet. So, oh my gosh, so excited to talk to you guys today about this because it was such a wow moment for me. So, today, we're going to be talking about the law of mirrors and how that applies to your life. So the law of mirrors is the law. You know what? I'm actually going to look up like the exact definition for you guys. So the law of mirrors, a spiritual law that suggests that people's traits are reflections of a person's inner reality. So basically, like, everything that is going on in your external world is a reflection of what is going on internally, okay? So I learned about, I've known about this law for years, but I just never really was able to like fully grasp it. Like it really like, I was like, what the fuck? Like how? Like that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And so I was watching Manifestation Babe's free challenge a couple of weeks ago, and she talked about it, and I was like, okay, like this is clicking a little bit more, but like there's still something else. Like I still just isn't quite like making sense to me. So let me also talk to you guys about, okay, no, never mind. Okay, so I learned about law mirrors again, and I am like, okay, so how can I apply this in my life? How can I, because right, that's really empowering. Like, because if everything that is going on in your external reality is a reflection of what is going on up here, that's like super empowering, because if that's true, then that means you can literally change your external reality to whatever the fuck you want, because you have complete control over what your mind is doing, right? Well, you have complete control over what beliefs you have, and you have complete control. You can take accountability and responsibility for your own emotions, okay? So fast forward to today, I'm talking with Connor, my boyfriend, in the morning, and he says something that like totally triggers me. And I just kind of like sit with it for a minute, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, like I need to bring this up to him. Like it's really bothering me. And I'm not even like thinking about the law of mirrors, right? And so I bring it up to him later on. I confront him. I'm just looking at my notes here. And he says to me, well, like, I didn't mean it that way at all. Like what I said, like, I don't even understand why you took it that way. And it just like dawned on me that the law of mirrors was in full effect in that moment, because what he said, he meant as like a joke, like he was just like kidding around, but it actually like triggered the shit out of me, and I thought it was like him jabbing me. And when he was like, I was just kidding, like I didn't mean to like offend you, the law of mirrors just like popped into my mind, and I was like, oh my God, okay, so like you telling me this thing, like joking with me and saying this to me, wasn't because you actually like are jabbing at me. It's because I am already insecure about this thing, okay? And your brain already has this thing. It's called the reticular activating system. It's actually the filter in your brain, right? Because so your unconscious mind runs 95% of your programming, okay? The other 5% is conscious. So like, what does that mean? It means that like we are constantly receiving external stimuli around us at all times. Sound, smells, like tastes, sights, like all of our senses are being stimulated all the fucking time. And this filter acts as a way so like we can pay attention, right? Because like if we were receiving all these external stimuli all the time, and like we couldn't filter out what we didn't need to pay attention to, we literally couldn't pay attention to anything. We would be 100% squirrel brain. We'd be like, oh my God, look at that pretty flower. Did you smell that? Look at that. Oh my gosh, did you feel that breeze? Like you couldn't pay attention to anything. So this filter acts as a way so you can like pay attention, okay? So, sorry, I Ironically, I saw a bird and got distracted. But what makes up this filter, right? What makes up this filter is the beliefs that you have in place about yourself and about what is true about how the world works, okay? So like, for example, you're talking with somebody, and let's say that like you're self-conscious about acne, okay? Like you're self-conscious about your face. And somebody says something to the effect of like they bring up skincare to you. And because you're insecure about your skin, you immediately get triggered and immediately start thinking like, oh my God, did they bring this up because of my acne? But like, maybe that person brought it up because they just recently got into skincare. Maybe that person brought it up because they recently just like, they're also like insecure about their acne, or like whatever the fucking reason. But like, my point is with the reticular activating system is your brain will never prove you wrong. Like your brain is always looking to actively prove you right based on what your beliefs about yourself and the way the world works and what is possible for you is, okay? So I realized this all in a moment and I'm just like, holy shit, okay. I'm sounding crazy right now to Connor. I'm totally sounding crazy because literally now I can see that it was a total joke, but then I like was totally like fired up and like wanted to like cry immediately. And I did cry during this conversation, but that's irrelevant. So anyways, how can you start implementing this into your own life? Because, right, like when you blame other people for being triggered, when you blame people for the emotions that they cause you to feel, you are in that moment giving away all of your power, right? Because nobody makes you feel a certain way. You hear what they say or see what they do or whatever the fuck happens. You get triggered and then you blame what's happening or what caused the trigger instead of realizing that being triggered is something that is happening internally, something that is happening within your mind, right? And like, I can already see people being like, well, that just makes no sense. Like they fucking triggered me. Like, how am I supposed to just control my emotions? But like, I promise you, like, just give it a shot or two. I promise you, like, it is the most empowering thing that you will ever experience, because when you get to the point that nobody has control over how they make you feel, like that is the most empowering thing that you could ever experience, because that means you literally have complete control over your life. 100%. So how can you start implementing this into your own life? I want you to start by observing when you get triggered. I'm talking about like whether or not it makes you upset, it makes you angry, it makes you like sad, like whatever it is, like whenever like something is going on in your life and you like start feeling an emotion that you don't particularly like, start questioning it. Like, oh my gosh, like what is unhealed within me that would make me act, think, or feel this way, right? Like, stop blaming your external world, because you don't have any fucking control over what anybody else does. And honestly, like over most of what happens in this world, but you do have control over you, and you do have control over what you choose to believe to be true about yourself, right? So take accountability for your emotions, take responsibility for those emotions, and claim your power back immediately, okay? Another thing that I found that I was doing this morning was I was shying away from the feeling that like the trigger was causing me to feel. And I was like, wait, like I can't, like if I shy away from this feeling, I'm just burying it even deeper, right? I'm just burying it even more so. But if I put the spotlight on it, if I really look at it under a microscope, I'm able to understand what's making me feel that way and how, like what's causing me to be triggered. And I'm able to clear it and change it to a more empowering belief. I'm able to really see that it's not somebody or something in my external circumstances that is causing me to feel this way. I am causing, like my brain unconsciously is causing me to feel this way because of this belief that I have. So all we're really afraid of feeling is our feelings, right? Like we always run away from our feelings. We always, you know, I found myself saying earlier today before I had that conversation with Connor, just like, oh my gosh, like this is, you know, this is why, like I've seen this pattern happen in my previous relationships before. Like, how can I stop this? And yada, yada, yada. And then I just like realized today during that conversation, I was like, that's because like I'm the constant in like all of this. Like it's not that all men are like shitty and like insensitive and like try to trigger you. It's because like you are attracting the same types of people in your life based on your unconscious behaviors, thoughts, and the vibrations that you're giving off. And I'm totally not saying that like, oh, well, like Connor isn't somebody that I wanted to attract into my life, because he's literally the best fucking thing that's ever happened to me next to my daughter. And what I am saying is like, thank people for triggering you, because they're showing you where you're unhealed. They're showing you where you can work on yourself and how you can work on becoming more accountable for your own emotions, more responsible for what's going on in your life. And like the minute that I'm telling you guys, like the minute that you stop blaming other people for the reason that the way that your life is the moment that you're like, holy shit, I have so much control over what's going on in my life and the direction that it's heading. Like it's fucking crazy. So bottom line is, law of mirrors. Everything that's happening in your external reality is a reflection of what is going on inside of you, okay? Your reticular activating system, that's the filter between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind that is basically delete, distorting, and generalizing sensory information that is coming in based on your belief systems, and bringing that to your conscious awareness that manifests into your behaviors and thoughts and feelings, and it just keeps going in a loop, right? So law of mirrors, reticular activating system, taking accountability and responsibility for your own emotions and taking back the power that is yours and always has been yours, but you've just been giving away because you blame other people and the external circumstances in your life. Don't shy away from hard feelings, because those hard feelings, every time you shy away from them, you shove them deeper and deeper and deeper, and they just get more intense and more intense and more intense. Okay. Observe your triggers and comment and tell me if this works for you guys, because wow, like love this so much. Also, like, it is such a beautiful night. Love doing it in this backdrop way more than in my casita. So hope you guys are enjoying this. Love you so much. Have a magnificent, wonderful day. And I hope that you are able to implement this into your healing journey. Love you.